Hello, friends. This is Cold Run, back with Mass Effect 2. This is really exciting. I am just going to do kind of a quick starter session here, just kind of get used to the settings and do any kind of intro stuff and character creation and all that. But I just wanted to, look at this. Here we go. I'm I'm especially excited for this because now I know a little bit more about what to expect in terms of just like the universe and all that. There's something joyous about going to something totally unspoiled, and there's something joyous about going to something with certain expectations. And both are great, and I'm excited to go into this one kind of coming out of Mass Effect 1. And knowing at least that Mass Effect 2 excuse me, is generally better regarded. I've No, I know. I don't know how Mass Effect 3 is regarded. I know Mass Effect 2 is regarded very strongly. I know Mass Effect Andromeda brought the apocalypse, which is unfortunate. And we'll see what Mass Effect 2 is like. I don't know what Mass Effect 3 is like. I have no idea how that's viewed. So something I wasn't sure about, and this is part of the reason I'm posting this. I'm going to post a short intro video so you can correct me on this if I do this wrong. I know in Dragon Age, you can import the choices from your previous save file, from your previous game, from like Dragon Age 1 Origins to Dragon Age 2, and like it'll take that canonically into effect, into consideration. So like if, like I don't want to do anything Dragon Age here, but like if, you know, in my playthrough, Rex survived, and in maybe most people's playthrough, I'm guessing Rex did not survive. And so, like, is there a way to import my canonical setting, or is there just, or maybe this is totally unrelated, but I can't imagine. I mean, the way the first game ended, I don't think we're going to pick up like 200 years in the future. Extras, trophies, options, sound. Usually I like to bring down the sound effects and music, just because those tend to blast a little bit. So let's try it at 50%, and let's keep the dialogue let's do it at 90%. Calibration controls gameplay. Gameplay. Is there going to be combat difficulty? Casual, normal. Casual, intent for players who are not experienced with shooters and RPGs or who are more interested in story than combat. Increases the power, enemies are weaker. Okay, and normal is familiar, the baseline, so I'll definitely do normal. What else do they have? Veteran, looking for a challenge. Hardcore, a much bigger challenge. Insanity, seeking the ultimate challenge. Enemies are tenacious, react quickly, and have heavily upgraded weapons. Use their powers mercilessly. Yeah, we're definitely doing normal. Squad power usage, yes. Auto level up, definitely no. Subtitles, absolutely yes. Autosave, yes. The other stuff I won't worry about for just yet. Well, anything graphically to worry about? Motion blur, I don't care. Male, female. Okay, so I do get to import my import Jane Shepard. Good. Okay. Jane Shepard, level 55. Well, she won't start out at level 55, right? That cannot be. That can't be the case. I hope not. Can I adjust that? Maybe I can adjust that to start at like level 1, or I can keep parts of the character, but we'll see. Yep, so difficulty, normal, good. Yeah, so I've adjusted all this. All this looks good. Name, Jane. Yeah, okay, so this is all the stuff that is going to be kept in. Okay. Jane Shepard. Yes, rank. That part's weird to me. If, like, this would be... Is there... How do I change this? All I see is the option to continue. Is it just all or nothing? Maybe it's all or nothing. Military. No, can I not change my job? Can I not change my class? My specialization? Really? That's kind of a bummer. I was hoping to play like a tank or like a sniper or something like that this time around. Let me know, I guess, if it's possible, because I'll just reset this if it is possible. But you know what? So I think actually I would. So if it comes, here's my preference. My preference would be to keep Jane, keep everything about Jane, but all this stuff. But I'd want to change the specialization, and again, I don't want to start over leveled. But this says rank rather than level, so I'm going to assume it just gives me some non-gameplay thing that honors how far I've gotten. Military special, yeah. If I had to choose between keeping the whole character of Jane Shepard versus doing military versus and keep him having to stay as adept versus changing who Jane is, but just being a new character, but getting to changing all this history, but getting to change her job, her specialization, I would rather keep it all. I'd rather be an adept. And it's not bad. Like, I'll still get to see like what an adept is like in this game versus the other game, and so like I'm not unhappy about it, but I would prefer to be able to change that. Paragon, okay. Status. So this is like the big story stuff that's getting imported. Good. So Rex survived. Caden was killed. The council was lost. Yeah. And Anderson was. Why are the? Yeah, Anderson's up for a seat on the council, or I recommended him for a seat on the council. I don't know if he got it or if that's going to be part of the gameplay in this one. But why are the Asari and Solarian council members here? Didn't they die? Maybe just the Turian died. No, that can't be. They say the council was lost. That implies those other two also. Maybe this is just to show Anderson in the context of two members of the council, showing that he's on the council. Maybe that's it. I don't know. Okay, let's continue. Here we go. Oh, BioWare production. This is super exciting. So we got a star, maybe? Almost looks like the sphere in Final Fantasy X. Like the water sphere from the outside, or Sven sphere.
Shepard did everything right. More than we could have hoped for.
I don't think I know a Miranda.
Commander Shepard uncovered the truth.
And still, it's not enough.
Wait.
We're at war. No one wants to admit it, but humanity is under attack.
That's Martin Sheen, isn't it? Is that Martin Sheen?
They're sending her to fight Geth. Geth? We both know they're not the real threat. The Reapers are still out there.
Okay, so you're...
And it's up to us to stop them.
So you're some kind of anti-Reaper
The Council will never
secret
trust
society?
Cerberus. They'll never accept our help, even after everything humanity has accomplished. But Shepard, they'll follow her. She's a hero.
Wait, you're Cerberus? Fuck off.
But she's just one woman. If we lose Shepard, humanity might well follow.
You're behind the coups, aren't you?
Then see to it that we don't lose her.
Oh, look at those eyes. I'm not sure what that means, but are those biotic eyes? No, Shepard doesn't have those eyes. 1 month after the devastating Geth attack, humanity's political control, the Human League Council was forced to respond to evidence of the Reapers, quell the rumors, send Shepard and Normandy, wipe out last packets together, blame the invasion on the Geth and the earlier Road Spectre, but those who know the truth, the search for answers is just beginning. Yeah, this seems like... Sorry. Okay, yeah, I was right. That seemed like it was going super fast in a way I don't like that. Why didn't they just let me press a button when I was ready to go? Okay, so that's just catching us up on where we are, but now we're wiping out pockets of Geth resistance. But it sounds like we're going to be confronting the Reapers more directly in this game. I mean, we confronted them pretty directly at the end. But most of the time... Hey, Joker. Most of the time we were dealing with cat's paws.
Running silent.
Okay, so stealth is on.
We're wasting our time.
4 days searching up and down this sector, and we haven't found any sign of Geth activity.
Good to see your sourpuss again, Navigator Presley.
3 ships went missing here in the past month. Something happened to them.
So
My
something
money's
is...
on slavers. The Terminus system is crawling with them.
Okay, so it's probably not
Picking up
that.
something on the long-range scanner.
And we're in the Terminus systems?
Unidentified vessel.
Bold of us.
Looks like a cruiser.
Doesn't match any known signatures.
Cruiser is changing course. Now on intercept trajectory.
Can't be. Stealth systems are engaged. There's no way a Geth ship could possibly...
It's not the Geth. Brace for evasive maneuvers!
They also could have gotten a visual on us, based on how we've heard that stealth works. Oh, never mind. They're shooting just energy beams at us.
Presley!
Kinetic barriers down. Multiple hull breaches. Weapons offline. Somebody get that fire out.
That looks like a hand. Like a hand, like, just shooting stuff out from its palm. Is this Liara?
Shepard!
Yes, that's
Distress
Liara.
beacon is ready for launch. Will the Alliance get here in time?
I mean, I think I'm gonna... So, you know what? Based on last game, I'm gonna have trust in the Alliance. Yeah, so I'm gonna... Yeah, so let's say they'll be here. So they were... Oh...
The Alliance won't abandon us. We just need to hold on.
Falling
Get
into
everyone
each
onto
other.
the escape shuttles. Joker's still in the cockpit. He won't evacuate. I'm not leaving either.
So here's a question. Would... If I had done a different romance option, would there be someone else here, or would it still be Liara? Like, if I had romanced Ashley instead, or Caden, and Caden survived, like, would... or Rex, if the first game were better, then would that romance partner be here instead of Liara? Like, is this based on that? I don't know. Because they didn't say that the romance with Liara was important, but I have to imagine it was.
I need you to get the crew onto the evac shuttles. I'll take care of Joker. Shepard. Liara, go. Now. Aye, aye.
Yeah, this is definitely, like, romantically related. That pause, there's got to be, they're carrying that over.
Everybody in! Go, go, go!
So I'm going to evacuate separately, maybe? Oh, Jesus. That's brutal. No, I'm in. I made it. Okay, rip the Normandy. Are we going to get a new ship? Or is the Normandy going to go down, but we're going to repair it? Could be either. Journal update. Get to the cockpit. Get to Joker in the cockpit of the upper deck of the Normandy. Okay. Oh, so very similar output this time. Resources: palladium, heavy weapon ammo. Are we getting some destiny here? Element 0, platinum, iridium, palladium. Those are going to be not just money and experience this time around. Okay. First things first. Let me already adjust the calibration. Because I want... Oh, not the calibration. The controls. Because I want to invert... Yeah, I want to invert the y-axis. Wait, what did it say? Shooting configuration? Default... What's the non-default? Southpaw? No, we'll just stick with default. This is also Southpaw? Yeah, okay. That all sounds fine. And I really just wanted to get this started here. Oh, I can't save it. Okay, never mind. We'll keep going a little bit further this time. Journal. Prologue. Save Joker. So we got missions and assignments like last time. The Normandy has suffered critical damage, but Joker refuses to abandon ship. Get to Joker in the cockpit on the upper deck of the Normandy. Okay. So where are we now? Anything we can do here? Doesn't look like it.
Mayday! Mayday! This is SSB Normandy!
Wait, no, I don't think I want to invert the y-axis, because I don't remember which I wanted to do it. Let's try off and see if that feels right. Yeah, this feels better. Okay, I remember this place. Oh, so we're down below. I know where we are. That's the elevator that goes down to the, that's not the right way. That's the elevator that would go down to, like, where, Liara is. Or not Liara. Where Tally is. Holy shit. Yeah, I think the Normandy is fucked. I'm going out on a limb with my mechanical engineering knowledge I picked up as an English major, and I'm going to say the Normandy is pretty well fucked. But this is gorgeous. This is beautiful. Oh my god. Space. Space, space, space. So the ships are hanging, the chairs are hanging on for dear life. I hope Joker has a spacesuit on. Because we are... What was that? Joker, talk to Joker. We are in the atmosphere here. Oh, this is some barrier that's keeping the oxygen in.
We have to get out of here.
No, I won't abandon the Normandy! I can still save her!
The Normandy's lost. Going down with the ship won't change that.
Yeah, okay. Help me up.
That's right. I don't think Joker can walk, right? I know Joker has some kind of disability, but I don't know the details. He was in the chair the whole time, in the cockpit the whole time, so I didn't see him moving outside of that context.
Ah, watch the arm.
I do know there's a cat here. So he's got some kind of mobility, but it's hard to say what.
Commander! Shepard!
Wait, did I get him into an evacuation pod, but I'm just floating in space? Yeah, so the alien ship has not, like, stopped its pursuit. Yep. Okay. Well, I'm going to say that the Normandy is now beyond repair. That's my guess. Yeah, it went full Humpty Dumpty. Oh, no! The oxygen's draining. There's like a gas leak or something. This doesn't look great for Shepard. I'm going to guess she doesn't die right now. But things are not looking great. Is this going to be the title screen drop, the title drop? It's not. Oh, yes it is. Here we go. Here we go. I mean, we already started, but here we go. Mass Effect Genesis is an interactive comic that summarizes the events of Mass Effect 1. Would you like to review the story so far? I mean, it's kind of fresh in my mind, but I'm curious what the interactive comic thing is, and I'm sure I can skip past if it turns out to be just the same stuff. Interactive backstory comic, okay.
Just another routine mission. Why do they always say that before a mission? Of course it's routine. You haven't done anything yet. It's everything that happens along the way. The choices you make. The paths you choose. That turn the routine into anything but. Of course, that's how it started. A routine mission. Answering a distress call. And look where that got me.
Every single distress call we
Testing out
answer
the Normandy,
is like
Captain
that.
Anderson's new ship when the distress call came in. An Alliance patrol on Eden Prime had been attacked. They'd seen something they couldn't explain. And whatever it was massive. I hit the ground with my lieutenant, Caden Alenko. A good kid, loyal, by the book, with a talent for biotics. We came across the lone survivor of the patrol, Gunnery Chief Ashley Williams. A soldier to the core. Tough, disciplined, ready to take on whatever came her way.
Except your internalized
Ashley
racism.
joined up with us and took us to the spot where she lost her squad. That's when we saw it. The ship. Like nothing I'd ever seen. It was massive, scorching the colony and everything around it as it blasted away.
That's right, we saw a
followed
Reaper
the
that
path of
early.
Destruction to an artifact, a beacon left by a long-dead race called the Protheans. The colony had dug it up, and whoever attacked them had tried to take it. Lieutenant Alenko made the mistake of getting too close. It hit him with some type of energy. I grabbed him and threw him out of the way. That's when it hit me. Hard. Every muscle in my body went rigid. I couldn't move, could barely breathe. Everything went black. And then I saw something. A vision. Dream. A nightmare.
Is that a Reaper in the top
By the
right?
time I woke up, we were halfway to the Citadel on our way to meet the Council. I was expected to explain what I'd seen. Anderson came along.
Or was that a
So did
Prothean?
Udina, our political representative on the Citadel. With those two heavyweights, it seemed reasonable we could persuade the Council that the ship we'd seen was a potential threat. As was the individual behind the attacks. The main suspect for the Eden Prime massacre was a Turian Spectre named Saren. He'd been seen by one of the survivors from the colony at Eden Prime, and there was some evidence to suggest that the ship was connected to Saren.
I love the art here,
But
by the
even
way.
Udina's pointed accusations weren't enough to convince the Council. They just couldn't believe one of their chosen elite Spectres could be guilty of something like that. They needed proof, which meant I needed proof. Fortunately, I wasn't alone in my search. Garrus, another Turian, wanted to help. A top agent for Citadel security. Despite orders from his superiors that he shouldn't get involved, he told me he was suspicious of Saren and he had some useful leads. More importantly, he was willing to share them.
I really like Garrus.
That led me to Rex.
Yes!
The biggest, nastiest looking Krogan bounty hunter I'd ever seen. He turned out to be more than just a brute. It was his intel that led us to a fugitive with incriminating evidence on Saren. The fugitive turned out to be an energetic little Quarian named Tally. A tech expert with a knack for hacking. She'd procured some information on Saren. Evidence that proved Saren was dirty.
What a good team.
Tally's
I love
evidence
those.
proved that
I really
Saren
do.
was responsible for the massacre on Eden Prime. And the immense warship we'd spotted was in fact Saren's flagship. But it went much further. Saren was trying to find a way to bring back a race of sentient machines from dark space. Machines allegedly responsible for cleansing the galaxy of all organic
So that's
life.
Saren in the top right, maybe?
These Reapers were blamed for wiping out all life 50,000 years ago, including the Protheans, then disappearing back through the mass relays to dark space, leaving no trace that they'd ever been. That explained why Saren was after the beacon, and it made some sense out of my visions, but not much else. We couldn't convince the Council that the Reapers were a threat, but they agreed Saren had to be stopped. They stripped him of his Spectre status and gave me the honor of becoming the first human Spectre. My first task? Bring down Saren.
No big deal. Just
Anderson
bring down
decided to stay
Saren.
behind, giving up his ship, the Normandy. He told me I'd need it more than he would. He also pointed me in a direction. Liara. A Prothean expert, adept in biotics, and maybe most importantly, daughter of Benezia, Saren's top lieutenant. And like most Asari, as beautiful as she is intelligent, and born with a unique ability to meld with other species.
Which we saw
Liara
firsthand.
was able to help me decipher some of the vision the beacon had given me. Nothing concrete, but it gave me some clues. And a new appreciation for the Asari. Her technique for accessing my vision was unexpected, but not at all unpleasant. Caden was a little concerned about the connection I shared with Liara. As commander, I knew either relationship had the potential to interfere with the mission.
So this is definitely tailored to your
I told
playthrough.
Liara about how I felt. Apparently, she felt it too. But we agreed we wouldn't let it get in the way of our mission. finding Saren. Thanks to Liara's help, we had our next lead, Benezia. Saren had taken her to Novaria, where he'd enslaved the queen of a dangerous race of insect-like creatures, the Rachni.
Potentially dangerous.
He ordered Benezia to
I guess
use
that's
the
what
same
dangerous means.
technique Liara had used on me to extract information from the Rachni queen. Queen's drones were everywhere, and they were not happy. We had to fight through hundreds of them to get to Benezia.
Yeah, there were a lot of them.
By the time we arrived, Saren was gone, with the information. I tried to reason with Benezia, but Saren had indoctrinated her. He had somehow acquired the ability to control people's actions and wills. Benezia wouldn't surrender, and Liara was forced to watch her mother die in her arms. And I was left with an angry, dangerous Rachni queen to deal with. She claimed her drones would do no harm if I released her. But the Rachni had terrorized the galaxy before. I couldn't do it. I wouldn't doom an entire species for past sins. And the queen was true to her word. She left and took her army of drones with her.
I hope we get to see her again.
With Saren's top lieutenant dead, he was quickly running out of time and places to hide. I tracked him down at his base on Vermeer. But we soon learned it was more than a base of operations. It was a breeding ground. Saren was breeding an army of Krogan. He'd found a cure for the genophage, a disease inflicted on the Krogan to prevent them from breeding and taking over the galaxy. But the Krogan Saren was breeding were slaves. Mindless beasts that obeyed Saren's will.
Were they mindless?
I had to destroy the base and all its research. Rex disagreed. Violently. Rex wanted the genophage cure for his people.
Yeah.
I tried to convince him to help me destroy it, that these Krogan weren't real. But he wouldn't back down. Fortunately, Rex is smarter than he looks. He realized this wasn't the way to help his people, and that Saren was the real threat. When we finally got to the
So
center
glad
of the
he
base,
survived. Holy
I
shit.
realized just how close Saren was to completing his plan. He was already in communication with the Reapers. Sovereign, Saren's flagship we'd all assumed was just a ship, was a Reaper. It spoke to me, threatened me. I could feel the menace it had for every living thing. It wanted me dead. It wanted us all dead. And I knew it was capable of doing just that.
It looks kind of like a squid in the outline. I never noticed that.
Why Saren would help it. But
With
there
the
was
cone
no
head
time
and all.
to think about it. Sovereign knew where we were. We had to destroy the base and get the hell out. I split my team into 2 squads, sending Ash with one and Caden with the other as a distraction. We had a nuke and we planned to use it. Before we could detonate the bomb, Saren showed up. We fought. I stalled him to make time for my team. And in talking to him, I realized the truth. It wasn't Saren who was indoctrinating everyone.
Yeah, it was Sovereign.
It was Sovereign, the Reaper. And Saren was in deeper than all of them. He tried to convince me he was still in control. Said he'd found a way to reduce the Reaper's influence, but he was kidding himself. Or believing the lies Sovereign was telling him.
At that point, he's pretty
Before
far
I could
gone.
convince him to
Even if he
stop,
didn't know.
He ran, leaving me just seconds to extract my squad mates. I tried, but it wasn't fast enough. I could only save one of them. Caden was a good man, and a great soldier. But I had to choose. And I chose Ash. That was the last time Saren would slip away from me. I knew then, the next time we met, one of us would die. With my team mostly
that's
intact,
rough
we
for
chased
Ash.
Saren and his army to Ilos.
She took that
a
hard.
long-lost planet that had once belonged to the Protheans. As we prepared for what we knew would be a desperate fight, I spoke to my crew. We were just one ship, against Saren's growing army. I assured them all that despite the odds, we could defeat him. Liara saw through my words. She knew I was hurting after Caden's death. She could sense my doubts. We both knew this mission could be our last. Until that moment, we put our feelings aside for the sake of the mission. But why wait? We gave in to each other. And it was perfect. While it lasted.
I wonder if she'll be
We
pregnant.
arrived on
Probably
Ilos
not, but
close behind
she
Saren.
She could be.
Once on the planet, we discovered a Prothean databank that helped me put the final pieces of my vision together. The Reapers had come 50,000 years ago, and every 50,000 years before that, each time purging the galaxy of life. The Protheans had fought and died like every species before them, but a few survived long enough to leave a parting gift. The Protheans had discovered that the Citadel was the key to controlling the mass relays. By sabotaging the Citadel, they found a way to close the relays to dark space, slowing the Reapers' return, giving us the time we needed to find a solution to stop the Reapers once and for all. Saren knew this. He was leading his army to take control of the Citadel and re-establish the relays to dark space, bringing the waiting Reapers here to destroy us all. We followed him to the Citadel. It was intact, but heavily damaged.
I love the art on the
He caught
husks.
the Council fleets by surprise, and they were only now regrouping. And with Sovereign as his flagship, there was little hope that the fleets could counterattack with enough strength to take back the Citadel.
And action hero Garrus
Saren
stretching
was done
out there.
running, and I was done chasing him. As the Alliance and Council fleets battled Saren's army outside the Citadel, I cornered the Turian bastard in the Citadel tower and confronted him. He died believing that the Reapers would save him.
I don't think he did he?
I
I thought he...
to regain control of the Citadel, the Council's flagship, the
He
Destiny
didn't die that
Ascension
way.
fell under attack. Despite Saren's death, Sovereign and Saren's army continued to fight. The Council was aboard
He
the
died
Destiny
free.
Ascension, and they were requesting assistance. But I knew in order to help them, I would have to put our Human Alliance fleet in jeopardy.
No, that wasn't the
The
issue.
Council could be replaced. The fleets were needed here and now if we were going to defeat Sovereign.
Oh, I guess so. Yeah,
Even
no,
with
that's
the
true.
Citadel back in my control, Saren defeated and the Normandy leading the combined galactic fleet. The battle against Sovereign, a single Reaper, was relentless.
That's right, that was just one of
Took the
them.
combined fleets of humanity and the other races, but in the end, Sovereign fell. But the costs were immense. While humanity's efforts in the war earned us our first seat on the Council, it was a hollow victory. The Reapers were still out there. I knew the fight was far from over, but as the one who'd led the fight against Saren, I was given new responsibilities. The choice of humanity's first counselor was left to me to decide. On the one hand, Udina, the lifetime politician, ruthless and ambitious. He would easily navigate the political landmines that would soon be placed before him. The other choice, Captain Anderson, the career soldier. Tough but fair. But a friend, and someone I could trust.
To his credit, Udina seemed to
Both
take it
great
well.
leaders in their own right.
I think he took the decision
Anderson
well.
didn't want the job, which was a sure sign he'd be perfect for it. No ambition to get in the way.
Agreed.
The war was over. The threat had passed. In time, the Council would rebuild itself.
I think we will get
The
resentment from
Citadel
some
could be
races, though.
repaired. Even the pain of lost friends would fade. But none of that mattered if the Reapers were still out there. And if they were all as powerful as Sovereign, we had to find a way to stop them.
As are more powerful,
I
I'm
had
guessing.
to find a way. I gathered my crew, took my ship, and went in search of answers. Officially, the Council would only say I was assigned cleanup duty, routing out any remnants of Saren's army.
But
Just another routine mission.
that was awesome. That was a great recap. And this is this what she's thinking while she's floating through space? Just remembering all this? Is that the context for that? The hell?
Commander Shepard has been recovered.
Oh god, Cerberus found me.
The
I'd
Lazarus
rather...
project will proceed as planned.
Oh, I look pretty dead. It looks like my bones are broken all over. Are they reviving me? Because I look pretty dead. Unless that was just the interface, but it looked like I was shattered. And Lazarus, I mean, is the guy who Jesus brought back to life, right? So, is this a resurrection thing? But it's Cerberus. I trust Cerberus like 0.5%. That 0.5% is that they might be doing this all for a good cause. I think they are, but boy, do I not trust them. Trophy earned, missing in action. Lazarus project. Aha! This is how they're gonna... Okay. Facial reconstruction. Accept imported face. Yeah, absolutely accept imported face. Good. Good, good, good. I can change this. So I was an adept before. Wait, weapon training for an adept this time is a submachine gun and a heavy pistol? So let's see what these are again. High-level operatives have fitted with synaptic processors that allow them to focus on targets with lethal accuracy. Ammo training, cryo, disruptor, and incendiary. So it sounds like that'll be a bit more job-specific or class-specific. Pure combat specialist. No one's tougher and more effective at taking down enemies with gunfire. Soldiers have the most thorough weapons training and can use all special ammo types. Infiltrator. Infiltrators are equipped with cloaking systems that allow them to avoid detection for short periods of time, granting a tactical advantage over enemies. Power training, weapon, so cloaking, hacking, incinerate. Sniper, heavy pistol, machine gun, and cryo and disruptor. Vanguard. Vanguards are the punchers, right? Close range. Outfitted with L5N implants, enabling them to perform a biotic charge that strikes an opponent with incredible force while bringing the Vanguard in close for short-range combat. While bringing the Vanguard in close. So it sounds like you can kind of pull yourself in, like you could do a reverse Scorpion, get me over there. Biotic charge, pull, shockwave, so a lot of mobility stuff. Shotgun, heavy pistol, submachine gun. Vanguards are feared for their high-risk, high-reward combat style, closing quickly on enemies and destroying them at close range with weapons of biotic abilities. Sentinel. Sentinels are equipped with most advanced ablation armor system to keep themselves safe. If overloaded, it'll stun enemies within a short distance. So again, heavy pistol, submachine guns, so very close range, I think. Both tech and biotic to the battlefield. They lack the focus of adepts and engineers. They are versatile and can handle any situation. Adept we know about. L5X implants to spawn a micro-singularity, damaging enemies and pulling them into the air. Best ability in the game. Best ability in most games. Final Fantasy XIV is one of my favorite games ever, and it is worse than it could be because singularity isn't a thing. Biotic specialists capable of disabling and killing enemies with raw biotic power. Lack advanced combat training, best at defeating enemies without firing a shot. That wasn't the case for me. Throw was not good enough for me to do that, but it was mostly supplementary in my playthrough. I'm sure that there are better ways to do it. Engineer. Engineers can spawn combat drones to harass enemies or force them out of entrenched cover positions. Heavy pistol, submachine gun, combat drone, overload, incinerate, AI hacking, cryoblast. Tech specialist, the only class to employ combat drones on the battlefield. The most effective class at blasting through enemy defenses and disabling opponents. I didn't see sniper rifles as far as a weapon. Is sniper rifle a thing? Infiltrator is the sniper rifle. So I'm torn between. I have two things I wanted. I could randomize it, but I want to kind of. I'm not sure. I could do engineer. I could do soldier. Those are kind of the two main ones I'm looking at. Infiltrator's interesting too, but I think I'd rather one of these two. On the other hand, infiltrator is interesting also. Pure combat specialists. But Vanguard's kind of okay too, because Vanguard is. No, I think I'd want to do pure combat specialist. I think I'd want to do either soldier, infiltrator, or engineer, which means it's time for random.org. Random.org. All right. 1 to 3. 1 is soldier, 2 is infiltrator, 3 is engineer. 3, we got engineer. Your achievements give you access to the following bonus powers. Select one. This is a tough one. I think I'm going to go with the flashbang grenade. Profile registration complete. Reputation sole survivor, Earthborn, engineer, flashbang grenade. Okay.
Something's wrong. She's reacting to outside stimuli, showing an awareness of her surroundings.
Is that bad?
Oh my god, Miranda. I think she's waking up.
So I get to meet Miranda soon, but...
She's not ready yet. Give her the sedative.
Wilson's not
Shepard,
the
don't try to move.
Martin
Just
Sheen.
lie still. Try to stay calm.
Heart rate's still climbing. Brain activity is off the charts. Scat's pushing into the red zone. It's not working.
Another dose. Now.
Boy, am I not happy that Cerberus is playing
That's
around in my
falling back into
brain.
Normal range. Too close. We almost lost her.
I told you your estimates were off. Run the numbers again.
Hi, Miranda.
Wake up, Commander. Shepard, do you hear me? Get out of that bed now. This facility is under attack. Shepard, your scars aren't healed, but I need you to get moving. This facility is under attack.
This is not standard post-op
There's a pistol
recovery, I'm guessing.
inside of the room. Hurry! Grab the pistol and armor from the locker.
Experience gained. Complete the tutorials. Okay. Before we do all that, I'm going to save. This is Renegade action. Paragon action. Oh, God. Okay. So, oh my God, so much stuff. But that's going to be it for me for now. Thank you for... Thanks for watching. I will see you all next time where we'll grab our weapon and armor. All right, bye-bye.